When it comes to supporting grieving families, a one-size approach definitely simply just doesn't fit all. Every family experiences loss in its own unique way, and as a funeral home, it's essential for you to be able to recognize and address all of these different needs with empathy and obviously care. Offering personalized services isn't just a nice touch, it's really a key to making sure that each family is feeling truly supported and fully understood. So let's start with some of the basics. And I'm sure that you are very good at this, but I wanted to just give you a bit of a recap. So the first step is really listening, and that is about tailoring funeral services so that you have that sit-down meeting with the family and just have that compassionate conversation. And this is really your chance to hear their stories and fully understand their specific needs. See and learn if there are any cultural practices or traditions that they want to make sure that you honor. It's not just about kind of ticking boxes off. It's really about genuinely connecting with the family to discover what's most important to them. Some families, again, they might have really deep religious traditions that they want to make sure are followed precisely and to the T. Other families might prefer something more secular or non-traditional. By offering and having customizable service packages, you're able to then accommodate to all of these varying needs, and that just ensures that every detail from the ceremony to the music is really reflective of what the family wants and celebrates the life of their loved one. But support really shouldn't stop at the funeral service. Quite frankly, this is where specialized support services can really make a really big difference. So that could be offering grief counseling, for example, support groups that just provide families with the emotional support that they really need, not just during the funeral, but also just in all of the days and weeks and months to follow. Grief can really be overwhelming, and having access to professional counseling, professional grief counseling, or really just a supportive community, it can help families navigate this difficult time and really just this journey altogether. There's also the practical side of things. So financial and legal concerns, that just can add a lot of extra stress to what is already an extremely tough situation. So if you're able to provide resources, referrals for financial planning, for example, legal assistance that can help just take some of that burden off of the family's shoulders, it just continues to show that you're there for them in a lot more ways than simply one, than simply the funeral service, for example. Personalization doesn't simply end with the service itself. There are a lot of different ways to memorialize things like custom keepsakes, personalized memorial videos, or even virtual memorials that allow families to create that lasting tribute that is simply meaningful to them. So adding some of these personalized touches, it can just help provide additional support and just help families remember that their loved one was unique, and that relationship that they had, that specialness just continues to come out. Clear and sensitive communication at this time is absolutely crucial, and it's crucial during the entire process, not just at the beginning or at the end. I mean, families, again, are going through one of the hardest times of their lives, and they need to feel supported in every step of the way. So you want to make sure that the lines of communication, they're kept open, whether that's through phone calls, through emails, text messages, in-person meetings, virtual meetings, anything that's going to then just allow the family to feel informed, but also just secure in the decision and the various decisions that they're going to have to make and that get made. But don't think your job really ends again when the service is over. So offering other follow-up support like a check-in, a visit, that shows the family that they're not just alone as they continue to process the grief. There's a lot of simple gestures like sending personalized thank you notes or memorial cards. They can have that lasting impact, and it doesn't have to simply be within a couple of days or weeks of the service. That just shows that you genuinely care about their well-being. even after the service has ended. Some of our most successful funeral homes, they send a card every single year to just continue to show that they're there and they're thinking about that family. In today's world, it's just also important to stay adaptable and responsive to changing needs. Funeral services are evolving, and so are the preferences of the families that you serve. So staying up to date with all of the latest emerging trends like eco-friendly burial options or innovative forms of memorializing a loved one, that just allows you to offer services that are both current but also relevant. So regularly updating your service offerings, not only does it help keep you ahead of the curve, but it's going to show that you're committed to meeting all of those diverse and ever-changing needs of the community. Another very important piece to this entire equation is just continuing to gather feedback from families. That just allows you to continuously improve. You can ask the families when it makes sense about their experience with you and your funeral home, and just listen to their suggestions, and that might allow you to refine your services to make sure that future families have a little bit of a different experience. This commitment to improvement just reflects a deep respect for the families that you serve, and it just continues to show that you are dedicated to providing the best possible care during that particular time of need. You want to make sure that you're constantly getting feedback and showing them that you're actually implementing that feedback and you're grateful for the feedback. So tailoring your funeral services to meet the unique needs of each family, it's not just about offering a service. It's about providing genuine support and just further understanding that this is the most challenging time that they're going through. It just shows that you're there. And by listening and personalizing and adapting things for them, you're going to make sure that these families, they feel completely supported. And they know that is just going to help have this experience be not as uncomforting, if that makes sense. This personalized approach is really what's going to help set your funeral home apart and just continue to create lasting relationships that are built on trust and compassion.